What's up, everybody? Today we're going to look at Psalm 124. There's three things I want to pull out of this Psalm of David. First, David asks, is he not for us? Second, David says, he is for us. And third, David says, blessed be the Lord. We're just going to walk through this chapter together. So in the first verses, David is really saying, is he not for us? He starts by saying, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, let Israel now say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side when people rose up against us, then they would have swallowed us up alive when their anger was kindled against us. He's saying, without the Lord, we were hopeless. We were helpless. We would have been destroyed. He continues, then the flood would have swept us away. The torrent would have gone over us. Then over us would have gone the raging waters. Knowing the history of Israel, this could equate to a number of different situations, but even in just the situation of, let's say, the Red Sea, where they walked right through the middle of it and the Lord opened the path for them. Without the Lord, he's saying they would have all been swallowed up, drowned by this torrent. So now he's making the argument, he is for us, because look what he did for us. He split the waters and we walked through. And then he enters into his third part of just praising the Lord. He says, blessed be the Lord, who has not given us as prey to their teeth. We have escaped like a bird from the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we have escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. He's fully acknowledging that his salvation, their salvation as a people, was fully the Lord's doing. They were trapped, and he just opened up a path and marched them through. This is what Christ does for us now. We are surrounded by our sin, our spiritual enemies, sometimes our physical enemies. Going back to Romans 8 again, verse 18, for I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us. Yet even in that suffering, he reminded us in verse 30 about how we are predestined, and then called, and then justified, and then glorified. These things are all connected. And then continuing in verse 31 of, what then shall we say to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? That's what David is saying here. He's saying, blessed be the Lord, because if the Lord is on our side, what do we have to fear? So that no matter what we suffer from, there's a lot of suffering in life. He's with us. He's for us. So if he's for us, who can stand against us? This is not about having a nice, cushy life. This is about being able to walk through our lives with joy, knowing that the God who is our help, who made heaven and earth, is for us.